This will be a comparison between Zeta and Toy World figures, their versions of Jazz. This channel is usually in Polish, so I will say a few words to my Polish viewers and continue. Cześć, tutaj będę robił krótki filmik po angielsku, żeby pokazać, jak te figurki się prezentują, ale zrobię też film o steperze po polsku. Okay, so these are the three figures next to each other. I will compare them in their car modes, their accessories, their boxes, and in robot modes, but I will not show the transformation in this video. So these are the boxes lined up, so as you can see, the size is similar, I mean practically identical. So this is a box for their Zeta version of Jazz, and when you open it, it looks exactly the same as the one that Toy World has. So the boxes are almost an exact copy or version of their figure. So this is for Jazzy. This is for Coolsviile, and this is for Darkgold and their version of Stepper. So these are the basic things that you need to know about them. They are brown and only have those markings. So let's see how the figures look with their accessories. So these are the three figures with their accessories. This is a Zeta Jazzy, this is a Toy World Coolsviile, and this is Darkgold from Zeta. So as you can see, the accessories are very similar. You might notice the first difference is that Zeta comes with this line here. Toy World did not have this. So this is it's very small, but it's very important. I even mentioned this at my video for Coolsviile, that this is a very minor thing, but it adds a lot. So I'm very happy that they include it. Accessories for Darkgold came in this bag, and for Jazzy came in this bag. I'm not sure why. Maybe it is important because maybe there are different factories or something, but just so you know, they seem very similar, all of them. I think the reds on this launcher might be very slightly different. It can focus. I'm not sure that the camera will show this, but it may be very slightly different to the eye. So, but other than that, I don't really see much difference. The head is very nice. These are the new heads. So the screaming face is for Darkgold, and this is for Jazzy, so they came out nice. I will say now that this version, the Coolsviile version, has some mods made by me. So one of the mods is the clear bright visor that you can see here. So I will talk about this later. It is brighter. The accessories seem very similar. I won't be attaching all of them because this is not really a review, more of a comparison. So just so you know that you get a wire with those two. And also this is a booklet for Jazzy, and you have a card like this. This is a booklet for Darkgold. Here's his card. So as you can see, he has bright gold here, but the actual figure it doesn't have a silver. I mean, it doesn't have a reflective gold. We'll come to that later. And this is for Coolsviile. So I will remove the accessories and show you one more thing. Some of you might not know why this figure exists. So this is my G1 Jazz. So those two are a version of him. So, and I think they are doing a great job. But in Japan they had the exclusive Targetmaster called Stepper, and this is meant to homage this version. So let's move those two to the side and see how those figures compare. So as you can see, they are very similar and really are a tribute to the toy. And let's look at Darkgold. And here's Darkgold. So as you can see, this is a tribute, but not as much as the Jazz one is. The colors are a bit different. This is more of a yellow color, this is more of an orange color, and the most important change is that this has a gold chrome and this thing has a flat color like this. So I don't really mind this because it's not looking bad, but the pictures on all of the shops have this chrome-like material, reflecting material, and this is not it. So please bear in mind. And also this whole thing is like a black matte material. It's not as reflective as this thing here, and also it's not as reflective as this version. I don't know how it will show up, but there are much sharper reflections, and this version catches more light. So this is Darkgold, this is their stepper. So you're wondering if there are any differences. The Autobot logos, of course, are not, they do not come with them. I placed them myself. So from what I've noticed, because this is a whole new version, I will not go into details now, but between those two, I'm not sure how this camera will catch this. This is Coolsviile, this is Jazzy. This thing is slightly blue, this white. It has a slightly blue tint to the reflections, and this one is very like flat blue. This has a slightly pearl feel. So I will try to move them around, and hopefully the camera will grab what I am talking about. But when I'm holding them together, I clearly see the difference. So I'm not sure which I prefer. I think I like the color here more, but the way it shines more here. So, and also the camera may not be showing this, but the lights on this version, they are brighter. They seem brighter than on the left. So once again, I'm not sure if there will be any change because of the way the camera is grabbing the video, but please trust me that this is more pearl-like version. So other than that, I'm not seeing really any changes. And my friend had this Zeta version, and his paint rubbed off very easily. So after his first transformation, this and this was rubbed. So I don't know if this is only that one version that had problems, but just so you know. So, and this is Darkgold. I will call him Stepper because he's always Stepper to me. So this is how he looks. He looks nice. He still has this toy version, real car feel, but this is not bad, but it would be better if this was like chrome-like material. It could be painted. I may paint it. We will see. So this one is rolling very well. These two have some problems. As you can see, the wheels do not spin. This one is rubbing, but maybe because I didn't attach everything. But the wheels do not spill as freely as this one, but this one has been moved around and transformed a few times. And as for the transformation, these two, the transformation is smoother. I'm not sure why, but there is this one part that I mentioned with this one, with those two things sliding in, that goes a lot easier on those two. So initially I wasn't able to slide them all the way. Now I am, after like 6 or 7 transformations, but initially it wasn't possible. But on those two, it right away it goes in. So I think maybe they fixed something, or it's just a, well, maybe I was just lucky, or I'm not sure. So this is how they look together. I do have some custom accessories for both that I will be showing, but let's see how they compare in robot mode. Before I transform them, one more thing to note is that on this one, Coolsviile, this is very loose and comes down easy, but on those two it's actually very stiff. So I think it may be improved somehow, but I think it's important for some of you. So here are the 3 figures transformed. Please note that this visor here is a custom visor that I got from eBay. So this one has a black visor, I mean dark blue visor, just like the Zeta one. So I highly encourage on getting this light blue visor. So after transforming them, here they are side by side. As you can see, those two are very similar. This is of course a new deco. What I can say is different. Those two are very stiff. I don't remember how stiff this one was. Right now this one is moving much smoother, and I don't remember him being as stiff as those two. And those parts here, they are extremely hard to get straightened after you fold them in. So I encourage you to move them a few times like this to make them more loose, because I really struggled on getting them open to the robot mode setup. But overall he locks in better than this one, those two. So this chest here, okay, right now it's disconnected on the camera, but you must trust me that those parts lock in much better than this. But aside from this, he moves much smoother, and the white paint, you can see here, and even on the gun, chips very easily. So I think this one has a superior paint, but again this one locks in a bit better, and I think transforms a bit better. The important part that I mentioned on Coolsviile, on my video with Coolsviile, is that this arm here, when you're transforming it, you have to do something like this. Okay, and you had the missile fire, something like this. And when you're going for robot mode, this thing here, it's folding all the way. On this version it had trouble, and there was a small gap, and because of it this whole thing was having trouble being locked in car mode. So this thing is better in this version. So the same thing as with this guy. So right now this chest is unlocking, and I'm not sure if, okay, I didn't have him. Okay, right now it's all good. You have to push it all the way back for it to lock. So this is different, and on my version of Jazzy, the face is damaged. So this might be a random issue, but as you can see, side of his nose is missing. So it's not the paint, I think it's just chipped off. I may attempt, maybe it will be able to be scraped off, I'm not sure, but you have to note this. And from the differences, I think the neck it doesn't go through this part very well, so the head on Coolsviile is lower. As you can see here, the neck is a bit higher up, or the base is higher up, I'm not sure which. But when we move this part here, let's remove those launchers. You can see here there is absolutely, I mean, there is small rubbing, but there is no damage. But on this version you can see there is a heavy rubbing. So this, and there are two posts over there that this thing has to move past. So I think that this black part is slightly wider, and that's causing the problems. So initially I thought they were exactly the same, but I made some accessories for Coolsviile, and they do not really fit on those two. They are slightly loose, so I will show you that later. This is Stepper. He looks very nice even with those accessories, because he doesn't come with the Targetmaster. I really like those colors. Even with this gold missing, he's really looking nice. I'm not sure, I wasn't sure that I would like him like this, but he is looking nice. They of course have other accessories. Those two fit together and a bit better. They are a bit easier to transform, but the tolerances are off and some things may be locked in very hard. The paint on this seems okay. The paint on this, the white paint, is rubbing off very easily. My friend had problems with those decals, they were rubbing off. For me it's just the white paint that has problems. So those may be QC issues, but I will show you some accessories that I made for them, and I will show you how they are fitting in differently than on those two. So here are the two figures those are based on. So this is a genuine G1 first wave Jazz, the diagonal mode, and this is a genuine stepper. It's my holy grail. It's a very rare figure and I never thought I would get one, so I got this from Marco, my friend Marco, so if you're watching this, thank you again for letting me have this. So these are the influences, so I will show you the accessories I made so that those figures have similar accessories. So I will show everything on Coolsviile, since they are made for him and based on him. So for the gun, here's a 3D printed gun that I made, and it's made to resemble this gun here, so the detail is very similar. So I will remove his gun, give him to Zeta Jazzy, and we see if they fit. Oh, and they have trouble fitting in, is it? Okay, no, it's okay. So the gun goes in his hand like this, and this is a launcher I made that is meant to resemble this launcher. As you can see, it is very similar, and also this may hold the original missile. This is a prototype. So as you can see, this thing is holding. This one is broken because this gray part should be attached, but this is for my personal use, and the ones that I will be offering do not have this broken. So the way you do this, you just slide this part here, and it slides over the slot just like the normal part for Coolsviile, and you can see it's locked here. I'm showing you this because this is made to lock on Coolsviile. So if I remove this, I was planning to make a Targetmaster for this guy, and I have this one. This is a Cyclones Targetmaster repaint. So you can use Cyclones' Targetmaster, but this one is made for I think Artfire. I got them loose on eBay, so you may repaint your Cyclones Targetmaster. So it just attaches on this, and this part here slides over the shoulder. Like this, and as you can see, it's holding, it's secure, and I thought that it would be an exact fit for this one, but actually they are not. So let's check this thing. See, I mean, it's kind of holding, but it's falling off very easily. So this thing here, there is some tightness difference. So it is meant to be stiff just like this guy, but unfortunately it is not. I may lock this by pressing this on that part, but when you rotate it, it falls off. So there is some tolerance issues that are different in those two versions. So I will be making a different version of this. So let's sum everything up. I was trying to put those launchers on both shoulders, but sadly on this side they do not fit. So these are the three figures, two of them with my upgrades. So I think I showed you what's different, what's different, what's similar. So when getting Coolsviile, I think there's a higher chance of getting better paint, but it may be more loose and you may have more trouble when transforming him. When getting this one, I think he will be more stiff, the transformation may go a bit smoother, but the paint may rub, from my experience. Also, I think this head may be pushed down, so the part that was rubbing when you move it up and down, I think eventually it will be looser and you will be able to move this head lower, but those are the problems. Also, this is white, this is pearl white, but I think this one looks more premium. And with this guy, I think he is very nice. I was surprised how nice it is. This thing, of course, is a Targetmaster upgrade. I am offering this mount free from Thingiverse, but I will have to make an upgrade, so it seems. So I will be making, of course, a video about this one, a full video from start to finish, showing the transformation and all of that, but these are the comparisons. If I would be based on now getting, I would lost those figures and I will be getting them again, I would buy Coolsviile from Toy World and of course this one, Zeta, because I don't have any choice. But this one, from the two sources I have from me and from my friend, has slightly more issues than this one, but it's not that far off. So this is a comparison of those figures. I'm sorry that this was a bit chaotic, but I just know that I was transforming all three of them to car mode and back, and it's really very stressful for once, and very it takes a lot from you, so I'm very tired actually from this. So I hope that this will help you decide and even show you that this version is very interesting to have. So thank you again. I will add the link to my parts, so please check them out and see you out there.